Alright guys, welcome back to the penultimate war, war number 11 of season 39. We're going with Nick Fury, Apoc, Nebula on path 1, and then Galan is going to do path 3 in section 1, a mini and some boss fights. We're not actually going to do any section 2 on path 3 this time, just to fit in more champs for the boss circle, because we've got some unique counters and we want to make sure that we get the solos. So some teamwork and planning in this one. So I don't have Cable on my team here, so I did start with a regen boost just to top up my health a little bit. I had those one in overflow. So I know in this fight against Immortal Hulk, I want to keep up my my heavies. I want to keep up the bleeds. I don't want to stay too close to him. I want to stay pretty far away. Now, the degen does help here on the special 2. I probably should have finished with a light attack and gone for the concussion, but it's fine. No issues here at the moment. I just know that this fight is going to be a little bit longer because I've got a few Apoc fights here to start. And I do have a big Thing mini on node 46 at the top of section 1, top of like section 2 in so I want to make sure that I get to my 4 charges, which is not going to be a problem here. So I've done this fight with Apoc by himself before against Immortal Hulk. The only issue is that when I get to the end, I'm not going to be able to bypass, unlikely to bypass it, especially without the concussion up. So here I don't bypass anything. I get his immortality, and he is actually going to get a I'm actually going to go for the special 1 here. Got it at the perfect timing, but he heals up to about 40%. Now I got to take him out, another 40% of him. We got 3 minutes left in the fight. This is fine. I'm prepared for a long fight, but we've got a rank 4 Apocalypse. He's a beast. We're just going to continue applying the bleeds, keep refreshing the degen. So he's melting away. We're going to get a nice clean evade on that special 2. Again, we're keeping our distance on this node not to trigger the regens. There we get the nice concussion on the special 2, and down goes Immortal Hulk. We barely lost any health. Now we have a Mephisto on, again, Reinvigorated Fury and Masochism. So we completely bypass Masochism. Here we still have our regen up. So we're getting a little bit of healing, so we're going to top ourselves up. That's fine. We get the regen boost on. And we're actually extremely lucky here. We went mainly with parry heavies to bleed him out and build up to our special 2. And I don't think he procced his aura a single time in this fight, which is extremely rare. I didn't really care. I could have gone Incinerate Immune. That's fine. But I don't think he procced the aura at all the entire fight. And I do go, again, I'm only at 2 charges at this point, so there's no guaranteed double debuffs on specials yet, so I have to make sure I either end. So I'm going to make sure I end with a light attack here into the special 2, get the concussion. I'd rather have the concussion on to reduce ability accuracy than the degen at this point. And we go ahead, and again, we've had no auras so far. The concussion is definitely going to help with that. Plus I have my full like pacify, petrify, like masteries. So we're on the parry heavies. We're triggering basically nothing. We're going to go ahead, drop a special 1, and he is going to melt away, and we're going to finish with almost a full yellow bar, which is awesome. I think he procced it there once, right at the very, very end. Next, we have a global defender, like an unstayed defender in King Groot. Again, this is Masochism and Strike Counter Fury. I am going to go in, and I don't really care about the Furies too much. The main important thing is I cannot miss my parries here on Masochism and King Groot. Very annoying champion. I don't have to wait till his regen phase in order to get my parries in. I can just parry him freely the entire time. When he throws a special 1, he's going to put the unsteady on me. If I don't get hit by his special 1, there's going to be no more debuffs on me. So I just have to wait out the unsteady, build up to a special 2. I know he's getting a bunch of Furies at this point, but I want to get my special 2 off. Again, got the degen, not the concussion, but that's fine. We'll slowly, we'll absolutely take it. Sometimes you're just in the moment. I probably would have preferred the concussion, but the degen is still, it's very helpful here. So we go ahead, parry, keep up the degen, and again, I just want to make sure in between him throwing specials, get off a combo, but don't push him to another special. Wait for that unsteady to go off, and then we throw another special here. I think the fight actually got interrupted briefly. That's why I see the recording there, but that's fine. We continue the fight, and we were okay. So we're at a full yellow bar. We have really no worries at all about this fight at this point. We're playing very smart, waiting in between his specials for the unsteady to disappear, and we finished that at like 99%, I think. So now we're on path 3 in section 1. We've got Galan against Nimrod. Super, super easy Galan fight. I've been abusing him all season long on path 3 and on the mini, but we actually have a really, really, really nice Galan fight after this one is super easy. The mini on 24, not as easy. So we will see that in a second. So this one here, very simple. One special, one after the harvest, and it's got, now we got a Sersi. Now Sersi, the key bit is this is buffet and vigorous assault. Okay, when she has a regen, she's going to be unblockable. She gets a regen when you hit into her when she glances. So I'm going to go ahead and get her to, I bait a heavy, and there that one hit, see, one hit in, gets a regen, and she's unblockable. So I have to back off, wait for the glancing to disappear. Again, I do hit into her, but I didn't push her to a special yet, so I had to watch out for that unblockable. That's fine. Now we can go ahead. I could parry if I want to here, but I'm going to try and just bait out this special. It is unblockable. I'm going to back off. Nice clean evade on Sersi special 1. Sometimes I just get in the zone and I can block those. I can evade those no problem. Again, evade it, no problem. We actually counter in after really nicely. Build up. Go for our unblockable special 1. It is going to trigger the glancing, but we will get the damage. So now I just have to, she is unblockable here for a second. Bait another special 1, no problem. She's glancing, so we can hit into the block, but don't want to hit her when she's glancing. Don't want to trigger, well, I do it anyway, but I trigger the regen, and I evade another unblockable special 1. I got to be really careful there, but I'm feeling really confident at this point. We just need to throw in some combos, get our harvest ready. All right, we have to bait out one more. Wait for that glancing to disappear, because we don't want to trigger... I'm just waiting it out. Wait for the glancing. I don't want her to glance the harvest. So we're going to wait. There we go. I can go ahead, get my parry, heavy, unblockable special 2. And goodbye, Sersi. Beautiful fight with Galan. Next up, we're back on the main account. We've got Nick Fury against Anti-Venom on Never Back Down. This was the actual node that screwed me up earlier in the season. I know just last war we did the buffet node. Here we're going to do it again. We're going to heavy at the beginning, removes the Clintar debuff that's on us, and now he cannot regen on my hits, so I can go ahead, get light ending combos, get a nice special 1 off, get massive bleed damage going on Anti-Venom, and then I'm going to make sure I do a bunch of parry heavies. I just want to make sure when that Clintar debuff comes back that I am ready to do a heavy to remove it, so I don't put any accidental regens on him that I don't want to put on. I don't want him to go unblockable. So again, we're just backing off. Nice big light ending combos, a lot of damage. There's the Clintar debuff. We go for a heavy. It's gone. I did have an invulnerability boost on just in case, which saves us from those 2 hits. Then we throw a special 2, and the fight is over. Super clean Nick Fury Anti-Venom fight. Love it. Here comes my mistake. I tried extremely hard to do what I was supposed to do, which was build up to a special 2. I think I started with an advanced power boost, and not playing him stun immune against Toad, it was just really annoying for me, I guess. I was trying not to trigger his prowess. Really, I probably should have been more aggressive with my combos, pushing him more to the right side of the screen, even into his block. I probably should have done that more, because I got myself stuck in a corner. And then once I got to the point where I was trying to be too greedy, trying to build up more shock charges, I should have gone at this point, and at this point, I just needed to parry and throw a special 2. I'm stuck in the corner. I'm trying my best. I try to back off. I'm trying extremely hard to try and get a parry. I can't. I throw the special 2 out of desperation just to get off the wall, and then I get an accidental parry on his like special 1 there. So that was not intended. Now I'm stuck. Yeah, I throw another special 2 too late. He's unblockable. I back away. He throws a special. It clips me, and that was it. I was frustrated that I did not play that well at all. I did not feel confident going back in with Nebula after that disaster. So even though Apoc is not bleed immune, I don't have to worry about the passive stun because there's no bleed immune. When he gets to a certain amount of like to 10 prowess, and you have like a poison because of your immunity, you're going to get a passive stun. I don't have to worry about the stun here. I can get some willpower healing off of his paralytic poisons. I do take a bit of a combo to the face there, but I get off a special 2 right away, go into a special 1. I get 3 out of my 4 debuffs on. Now I can go ahead and I can parry heavy him to reapply those debuffs if I can get them reapplied. There we go, get them reapplied there. And now, even though he can't really do too much about his healing, we can just try and out damage it with a big special 1. We get him down to like 5%, but he's healing back up really quickly, so we're going to go right into try and get another special 1 off. And it did look a little dicey whether or not this was actually going to work, but I had confidence in Apoc that his damage was going to be able to outdo this healing. Get rid of his prowess there on that special 2. Go ahead, another special 1, and we get him down. So Apoc came in clutch for me here. Did cost me a few potions now because I'm going to heal him up for this Thing fight on node 46. This is strike counter, never back down. We have done this one earlier this season, so I was confident that I could do it. I'd even put a regen boost on just to top off my healing a little bit and save on the potions. I think I did have, I think I still had 4 or 5 of those in the stash. So we're going to do similar Apoc stuff. We're going to build up to a special 2. We're going to drop that, and now because we're maxed out at 4 charges now, our specials are going to put on both debuffs, the concussion and the degen, which is going to help us manage things rock stacks. Plus the parry heavies are putting on bleeds. Like the heavy is putting on a bleed, which is also going to manage the rock stacks really well. Now, and then we want to get all 4 debuffs on. We do have some points in to reduce the his healing. I'm trying to remember what that mastery is at this point, but we're okay. We're going to go ahead and get all 4 debuffs on. Go ahead with the heavy attack to refresh him, keeping an eye at the same time on his rock stacks here, but the heavy is going to get him back down to 10. We're going to go heavy, we're going to go special 1 here. He's at 13, 14, 15, back down. The concussion worked in our favor, which is really nice. Back down to 10, he throws that special 1, and that's fine. We're doing okay here. We're slowly taking him down. He does have a bunch of block penetration, so I have to keep spamming those special 1s. But that's fine. We're doing great here. We're slowly chipping him away. He's down to like 23%. I'm really not worried. It's the last Apoc fight I'm going to need for this war. So all I got to do is survive. We don't need to worry about saving any health at this point. Granted, you want to do it as clean as possible. And there we go. Down goes Thing. Pretty happy with that fight. Next is a fight that I died to earlier this season, but I knew I could do it because I had done it in previous seasons. It's Vision against Longshot with Conflictor, and I get a Wags pre-fight, so I have the guidance boost on. My goal, the mistake I made last time with Conflictor, the next debuff you put on is going to get purified and converted to power for Longshot. What I'm going to do here is... the problem is last time I power drained him down to 0. When you power drain down to 0 with Vision, you put a heal block on. The heal block was getting purified and converted to power. This time I'm specifically making sure that I push him maybe over a bar of power or between like half a bar of power and a bar and a half, close to 2 bars, and then I'm throwing my special 1. By doing that, I am never power draining him down to 0. If I never drain him down to 0, he never gets the heal block. If there's no heal block, he doesn't get the extra power from Conflictor. He is getting some Mystic Dispersion from the one from Dexterity, and that's fine. That I can live with that. I am doing a much better job this time around of actually getting my parries to stick. I was really happy with that. I wasn't worried that if he got to a bar of power, I could just bait his special 1. That's fine. As long as I don't push him to a special 2, that is the goal. So we're playing it nice and slow. And every time we push him close to 2 bars of power, we're dropping our special 1. We're siphoning some power back. And again, I didn't go with the power boost. I don't want to go to a special 2. No special 2s in this fight whatsoever. No special 3s. It is only special 1s. By doing, again, special 2 will power drain him all the way down to 0. The problem with draining him down to 0 is that he's going to get a bunch of power back from Conflictor. We do not want to deal with that, because then we don't want to let him get to a special 2. I'm not really worried about the prowess that I'm putting on. I am going with small combos though, which is not putting a lot of prowess on, because and then I make sure I try my best to evade his special 1. But again, I don't want to block it because he does get a little bit of extra block penetration with those prowess. But you can see here we are playing it slow. But we are winning the battle of attrition in this one here. We are slowly getting him down more than we are taking damage, and really happy that I was super nervous in this fight. I knew I'd screwed it up. It was a 1 death advantage going either way the entire back half of the war, and I did not want to screw up again on these last 2 fights. Now, Oc against Mangog. We have done this a number of times in the past, but this is Aspect of Evolution, and there is the rare occurrence where it's going to happen here, where I give Mangog a little too much power. Even though I'm power locking him the entire time, he does manage to get just close to a bar of power. So there's a weird instance where every time I parry heavy, it's putting him over a bar of power, then under a bar of power. And the problem with Aspect Evolution is every time they gain a bar of power, their attack increases for the rest of the fight, including, I think, block penetration as well. So what's happening is, even though I'm seemingly in control of this fight, even though I'm not getting exactly what I normally get the entire time, I keep putting him over and under a bar of power, and because of that, you're going to start seeing every time I parry here near the end of the fight, I am taking a lot of block damage. It is a weird scenario where it is possible to happen. I don't know exactly how it ends up doing that. Most of the time, I don't even let him get to a bar of power. Here, he actually was able to get to a bar of power and throw it. But you can see here, I am a little nervous because I can't take too many more parries because he is just laying into me. But we get off the special 2. We finish it. 9-1 this war. Pretty good. I thought it was great. Hopefully you learned something from it. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.